Howdy folks, I hope you are all well. It's JR from Digital Retribution. Today we are going to look at my DVD haul for April. I probably spent far too much money on this sort of stuff last month, but I had a trip to Sydney, a few other bits and pieces. My 4K video is already up. This is going to be my DVD one, which is more sort of op shopping sort of stuff, and then you will have a Blu-ray haul coming soon, and a book haul too. So anyway, here we go. Welcome to Digital Retribution YouTube channel, where correct pronunciation is optional. Okay, so as I said in the last video, the 4K haul video, I don't know how it happened. I just seem to have accumulated a lot of movies and stuff last month. I guess you just have those things where you find decent bargains and stuff like that. And I had one of those. I live in the country now, and there's not as many op shops around as what there is in the city. So when I did go to the city, I did do a little bit of op shoppery, but I did go to a local op shop and managed to pick up just a couple of bits and pieces that I just thought were just stuff that I either hadn't seen for a while, never owned, or they've just gone missing over the course of stuff goes missing. I tended to be a little bit sloppy with some of my DVDs at one point, and I think some stuff has just sort of gone by the wayside. Anyway, the first thing I got, and this was an op shoppery one, Very Bad Things. I haven't watched this for ages. I don't know what year it was. It must have been early 2000s. But Christian Slater and Cameron... So Christian Slater's sort of on the down slope and Cameron Diaz on the upslope of their respective careers. It's also got like Daniel Stern and Jon Favreau in it. I remembered finding this to be like a pretty dark comedy, and shit cover. Like, I don't know who released this, because that is like Flashback Entertainment. There you go, say no more. So, but I mean, man, they did some shithouse covers. That's surely that wasn't the movie poster, because that's utter dog shit. Anyway, that was the first one. I just bought that singly. I paid $3 for it from a Vinnies. So that was all right. I'll take a $3 movie. It's one of those things that you watch it, you don't like it, you fling it, or you take it back to Vinnies and let them resell it or whatever. But yeah, so that was my first one. That was bought at home before. I've actually done these in chronological order of when I purchased them. So that was that's something a little bit exciting for you. So the next 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next 5 were done as a thing where I picked 4 films and took them to the counter of the Vinnies, and the lady behind the counter said, they're $3 each. That's $12 for those. If you pick another one, you'll get them all for $5, because it's 5 movies for $5. So, there's always something that I could either pick up for myself. I've got friends who are into wrestling, pick up wrestling stuff, or if it's like one of the Divas ones, I'll keep it for myself, because hot chicks fighting. And so what I grabbed I grabbed American Wolf in Paris, which I haven't seen for ages, but I'll give it another go. It's I'll have a little bit of fun with that. I'm going to save that one for last. I picked up an unopened, no doubt shoplifted copy of The Black Cauldron. I haven't seen this for years, and I have never owned it in any home video format. And it's even got a couple of extras on it as well. So, the design of some of these characters was great. I always hate that I hate that covers so sort of, they're trying to sell it to the Disney princess people instead of like putting whatever the fuck that guy's name was, Black Talon or something? Black Talon? No. the Horned King. There we go. I know how he feels. But yeah, so, you know, $1. Why not? This one, it's a silver screens one. No doubt the quality will be of amusing value. Dementia 13. Yeah, it's, Patrick McGee's in it. Directed by like Scorsese or Francis Ford Coppola. Excuse me. So, yeah, why not? Somebody's put the date on it, weirdly. There was a couple of these that must have been from somebody's collection. Oh boy, I'm losing my voice. Okay, we're back. But yeah, so Dementia 13. Woo. The next one I got, and this is one of the things where I kind of felt like a bit of an asshole, because I grabbed one of those 10 movie packs, and that was part of the buy 5 movies for $5. So I ended up getting 14 movies for $5. This has got Hot Rod Girl, T-Bird Gang, The Beatniks, Jailbait, Teenagers from Outer Space, The Rebel Set, The Bloody Brood, The Wild Ride, Delinquent Daughters, and Delinquent Parents. All in one amazing, no doubt, fairly average-looking deal. It was $4 anyway, and then they maybe she said $13. Maybe she didn't count and just sort of went 333. But yeah, 10 movies. That'll be a hoot. So they're the 4 that I bought when she said, "Oh, it's going to cost $12 or whatever it was." And so I had to go and buy another one. So what I decided to do was to cut somebody some slack and pick up 2008's April Fool's Day. So at least no one else would pick this up and put that in their collection, because I would feel kind of bad if somebody else had shoved this in their collection thinking it was either the original April Fool's Day or just thinking it was a good movie. It's not. It sucks dick. It's a piece of shit. If I was in this film or had directed by the Butcher Brothers, they should possibly be embarrassed with themselves. Okay, so after that, Easter hit, and my daughter and my mother came to the Digital Retribution country estate, and what we decided to do is I hadn't been to Sydney for a while. My wife goes to Sydney regularly for work, so I thought I'll jump in the car. I'll take a little bit of a trip. I'll give them a lift home and go and visit JB Hifi and books and game shops and all of that sort of stuff. And that's one of the reasons why I got so much stuff. I knew it was going to come up, so I started to hoard my pennies like Prince John from Robin Hood. And so the first thing I did was go to one of my old op shop hangs, and I picked up 3 films. I've been on a bit of a crime kick at the moment because I've been watching Criminoli, who's a book reviewer here on YouTube, and I really like his work, and he talks a lot about crime stuff. I started playing a game on the Xbox called Crime Scene Cleaner. So imagine, what's it called? Power Wash Simulator. Imagine Power Wash Simulator, but every job is like you need to go and collect, there's been a murder at this place and there's 10 bodies and all of this blood, and you've got to collect the stuff, and you can, collect all of the evidence, and you could steal stuff that's in there as well, so you're nicking money and like lifting stuff like that. So I thought, yep, okay, I'll grab a couple of crime films. So like I said, I went to one of the op shops I used to go to. I got a copy of Rock and Roller. I really, really dig Rock and Roller. Attention Guy Ritchie, you promised a sequel at the end. Where the fuck is it? And seriously, what happened to Tandy Newton? Tandy Newton's stunning, and she's so good. Gone. Tom Wilkinson's really good in this too as the crime boss. So yeah, but Tandy Newton, man, and this is got some funny stuff in it. And I think it's a decent crime film. I don't think it got any respect when it was released here in Australia. I think it just got, I don't even know if it's ever been released on Blu-ray. It just sort of got shuffled through. I guess maybe people were off Guy Ritchie or something. Maybe did Swept Away come out before this? Maybe they saw Swept Away and went, "No, I'm never watching that fucking guy again." Fair enough. But yeah, I dig this one. Idris Elba's in it as well. I think Tom Hardy as well. It's cool. I love it. And speaking of Richie, weirdly, I didn't have a copy of Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I had a Blu-ray copy of it sitting in my eBay to watch list, and it was like, you know, $16 or $17, and then I thought, you know what, fuck it, this was $3. I don't need it in high def. You know, the film's from the 90s or something, so I probably don't need it in high def, and I'll be more than happy just to watch it again with this. Love that cover. It's got Statham in it too. It's not too bad. So yeah, so that was my second Sydney grab. And then finally, this is one that I honestly haven't seen this since it first came out. And if I remember correctly, I had a friend who worked for Roadshow in the early days of DVD. And occasionally, I'm not quite sure if I should be... hello, Mark, if you're watching this. In the early days of DVD, and he used to take me into his work on the weekends. And the reps who used to travel around to, you know, the various, you know, the Sanities and stuff like that, they had a vault of all of the movies that they had for sale. And he basically took me out there and said, just take what you want, and handed me a bag. So I took advantage of that. What movie collector wouldn't take advantage of that sort of situation? I don't know what's happened to Mark. I haven't seen him in years. I imagine he was fired for stealing shit. I don't know. Anyway, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he's in charge of the company now. But whatever it was, one of the films that I took was American History X. I'm pretty sure that I lent this to somebody and then just never saw it again. And it's probably the only thing of quality that Furlong has done outside of Terminator. I think this is a pretty good film. I don't recall, the director's Tony Kaye, I don't recall seeing anything else of his that sort of made me go, oh, it's Tony Kaye. But I haven't watched it for ages. I know it's a pretty brutal film with some touchy subject, and it'll be interesting to see how it sits today with the political climate of the planet. But yeah, so that was the op shop shopping. Next, I did a good old click and collect at JB Hifi, good old C&C at JB, and I grabbed, there were some 4Ks that I bid last time, and there'll be some Blu-rays that will be in the next episode. But I also grabbed one film on DVD that I watched on Netflix that I loved, and another one that I've not yet seen, but I was told that it was okay, and the price was right. So sometimes if I hear of a film being good, and I'm told, you know, yeah, this is a pretty good movie, but I don't know if I'd pay for it. Sometimes I'll sort of gauge how much I should spend on it. I used to love Film Inc. magazine, used to do their movie reviews based on how much of your movie ticket it was worth. So I think they used to score it out of $14 or something like that. So it's like, how much? What was this film worth watching? Oh, it's worth $12.63. I used to really love that. But anyway, so the first one's Malignant. I watched on Netflix. I think it's ace. It's a dumb concept. It's a Lee Wannell film. James Wan, is it James Wan or Lee Wannell or both? But you know, these guys seem to do these weird things where they do the stuff that sort of they want to be taken seriously and whatever, and then they just do weird shit like this. And I kind of rate it too. Like, I think this was pretty good. I didn't mind Dead Silence. Is that the one about the puppet? I didn't mind that either. It's like, I've seen a lot worse horror movies. I've seen a lot worse anything movies than Dead Silence. But yeah, I like this. I don't know what this cover has to do with it, but yeah, it's so I don't know if it's had a release in Australia or anything else, and it was like $12. Maybe it was a buy two get one free something or other. But I did a lot of that buy two get one free when I did that big purchase. And the other one was one that, like, this is the other one I was talking about, Promising Young Woman. It seems to me that, I don't know if this is going to be like something that's sort of violent or whatever, but I was told that it was good. 4 Golden Globes, that potentially means it's shithouse. Strong, coarse language and violence. I Love both of those things in my movies. The Telegraph gave it 4 stars, so maybe it won't be that good. But what's it, $12.98 and possibly free. It was probably one of the free ones. But yeah, I thought I'd give that a go. Just because, you know, sometimes you get those buy two get one free, and you might as well take advantage of it. And finally, and probably maybe the best of the bunch. Yeah, probably the best of the bunch. Looking at it, I again had a copy of this. No idea what happened to it. It was like it was touched by the magic wand of disappearing bullshit. And it's a movie that I really, really, really like. And I don't know what happened to it. And that's The Void. The thing I have to say the most about this film is don't avoid the void. This is a spectacular film. This is like... I sometimes like to describe what I think of films by putting them in a double feature. I think that this is a good film to watch with Thing from Outer Space. Sorry, not Thing from Outer Space, with John Carpenter's The Thing. I think it would be a good film to watch with The Colour from Outer Space, with Nicolas Cage in it. I rate it. I really, really dig this film. I think I got this off eBay for like a stupidly low amount of money and free delivery. I would I've preferred it on Blu-ray or 4K or something? Fucking oath. Am I happy to have it on DVD? Fucking oath. Yeah, I really, really dig this film. I love this poster. And like, it's funny, in the extras of this film, there's like a whole pile of... I don't normally like still image extras because I think I'm watching a visual medium. Don't give me images to flick through because that's fucking boring. I can look them up on the internet if I want. Why would I bother looking at a disc with them on? But this has got some like alternate artwork. And one of them is by Ghoulish Gary Pullen, who has done a lot of Rue Morgue covers, and who I've got somewhere amongst here. There's a book of his. I dig his artwork, and so I couldn't resist that as well. So yeah, so that's my DVD purchases. It was a big old chunk, big old chunky chunk, and I think so far I've only watched Rock and Roller of them, and Malignant. I watched Rock and Roller and Malignant. Malignant's so good, and Rock and Roller, like I said, I really rate it. I don't know why people don't rate it, but I'm not everybody. But yeah, so that was a lot of fun doing all of that sort of thrifting and that sort of stuff. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little DVD haul. Blu-ray haul will come next week, unless I get bored and do it earlier than that. And then a book haul soon after. Like, you can still see sort of there's still like a couple of these cheeky little bastards up here ready to be shown off. And I'm ready to show them off. Thank you for watching. Please like this video. I'd love it if you left a comment. Tell me something about any of these films. If you have an interesting experience with any of these films, tell me I'm wrong about Rock and Roller, because it seems to me that not many people rate it. Make sure that you check us out on Instagram. We are Digital Retribution Oz, OZ on Instagram. We're also on X as Digret Oz, DIGRETAUS. So check us out on X. We're also on Blue Sky and whatever the thing is that Instagram does. Don't forget to check out the website, www.digitalretribution.com. I have reviews going up every fortnight there. What was the last one? The last one was Falling Down. I hadn't watched that in ages, and I just thought that I'd give it another go. And sometimes when I watch a movie, it'll just be like, I should just review it. And so I did. Again, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Hang loose. See you guys.